Hey everybody, today we're going to be going over the Incarceration map pack. This actually is a 2-map pack that includes a Capture the Flag variant and a Deathmatch variant. Right now we're just going to go over the Team Deathmatch variant, and I'm going to try to back out in video and hop over to Capture the Flag real quick. Shouldn't take too terribly long. Incarceration is a pretty good sized map. It is set up for 14 to 18 players. It does play pretty well, so let's go ahead and hop in game and see what we've got going on. Okay, so this is Incarceration. This map is pretty partial to me because it is the first very big map that I have put together. It does include quite a few meshes, that sort of thing. It is very big scaled. This whole map actually started out down here at the docks with this dock mesh that I'm standing on right now. I was looking at it actually in the generic browser and said, you know what, that's a pretty cool looking mesh. I wonder what I can make out of it. Laid down a few, and then before I knew it, I was starting to place terrain, and then some more meshes, and I had the island and the docks, and I was like, okay, well, let's run with it. It seems to be working out pretty well. The map itself does actually feature 2 height fog. One height fog is down low to give the water a murky feel, and the other one is obviously up high where they normally are, so the map doesn't feel so clean and so brisk. Down the end of the docks is actually 2 weapon pickups, and actually a jump pad that was put in. This was actually taken out for Capture the Flag. This jump pad down here takes you back into the action. The reason I added that was because it took too long to go down there, pick up a couple good pickups, and then get back into the gameplay. So anyway, we're actually going to head back down here now because I want you to get the full walkthrough. Once you come up from the docks, there's a small hallway I made with a good amount of deco. In here you can find a little bit of content I created, a couple crates, a couple barrels, nothing too crazy. And then a lift. This lift takes you up to the main playing field, and the main playing field is broken down into 3 separate sections. You have the prison on the inside, you have the front and side yard, which consists of 3 guard towers, and then you have the shipping yard, which is out here out front, the shipping yard's front yard itself. Venturing into the shipping yard, we've got a little bit of more custom content, pallets and forklift that I made. All of this custom content is actually created, and I used per poly collision, so crawl all over it, that kind of thing. The only thing I couldn't use per poly on was actually the forklift, and the reason being for that was the fact that when you ran into it, the player started jumping around kind of erratically. So it must have been the geometry layout, so I used a blocking volume on that to fix that issue. On top of the crates, if you want to venture up there is some not super health, I'm sorry, a shield belt, and a couple power-ups which you can get to by jumping on top of crates. You got some armor placements down low, and basically it's a shipping yard full of containers and boxes and a couple forklifts. So leaving the shipping yard, we'll go ahead and head into 1 tower. Now the 3 towers are set up. They have the same basic geometry. The difference between them all is what's on the inside. You have 3 levels excuse me, of health, and then up top you will either find yourself a big keg of health or a couple of weapon pickups. Now this one tower is actually unique in saying that it has a turret up top. However, as you can see right now, this turret is locked, and the reason being is I actually use this for the Capture the Flag variant, so I wanted to keep that out, keep that different. Alright, so we'll move on now to the next tower. Go ahead and hop down here. Bot pathing on the map is actually done very well. If you just sit back and just hang out, bots will score against one another, so it's definitely not set up biased for one side or the other, one playing in Capture the Flag mode. Alright, here's the second tower. Up here you've got the sniper rifle, and the reason I put the sniper rifle on this map, or on this tower, I'm sorry, is because you've got a good vantage point over the whole map. But keep in mind, while you're sniping anywhere, the entire map has a vantage point over you as well. So let's go ahead and head into the prison, which was the basic idea behind the whole map, once I got the docks laid down. The front entry door for the prison is a 3-piece Kismet setup. So 3 pieces animated, no big deal. It has a central guard shack where you'll find basic weapons and health pickups. And then actually back here, tucked away in the corner, are 9 health vials. So this is great when you first start the map. If you're starting inside the prison, you can go ahead and pick yourself up, you know, an additional 45 health right off the bang. Alright, so go ahead and hop in a lift. Alright, this is the second level, and again on the second level you can find some basic health pickups, as well as some armor pickups, some weapon pickups, you know. Basically what I used this level for, or this section for, was for spawn points inside the prison. So go ahead and we'll head up now to the third level. Now up here on the third level you do have some more generic, you know, health pickups, armor pickups, all that kind of fun stuff. However, what you will notice is that in every single cell, they all have a light in them that is a yellow dimish color, except for this one. This one is red. Now the reason this is red is I wanted to try to do something a little different, get back to the roots of gaming. Back when I started playing games, you know, it was Doom, Wolfenstein, Duke Nukem, that sort of thing. It always seemed that something hidden was thrown behind a wall. So, you know, you come into the cell, it looks like, a, you know, just like any other cell does that's laid out here in the prison. However, this wall is actually a false wall and will drop upon your approach, and it will put you into a teleporter. Now this teleporter does teleport you on top of the second tower. This is the one with the sniper rifle in it, and this puts you off to a jump pad. Now this is pretty cool because the jump pad will send you out to a whole other island. Now the thing about this is you got to make sure you have at least 75 health, and the reason I say that is because with 75 health you have just enough health to make the landing and not die. However, I do recommend that you come out here with a little bit more than just 75, because if you do take a couple bullets from NPCs or other players, it will take away just enough and you'll die upon impact. So once you get over here, you've got another big keg of health, which is for the return flight home, and then we have a jump lift to get you back. However, before you head back, I highly recommend you come over here, pick up the Redeemer, and blast whoever you feel like blasting. The reason I put this over here was just so you could have a uninterrupted sense of entitlement and blow up whoever you damn well please. So, alright, so that's pretty much the main layout of Incarceration. It's a really fun map. It plays extremely well. I try to do quite a bit of optimization with this map. I do have a very, very big repetition use of the same static mesh, which does help. All of the grass on the ground was actually done in a foliage factory, so I could affect draw distances and that sort of thing. So yeah, so no, it plays out real well. So I'm going to go ahead and back out right now, and we're going to go ahead and load into the capture the flag variant, because there are some basic geometry differences between the two. So let's go ahead and hop in here, capture flag, Incarceration. Go ahead and keep the bots down to 1 just so I can run you guys through this. And again, no, it does play very, very well. Alrighty, here we are in the capture the flag variant. Actually, I have to move pretty quick on this because I am running out of video time due to YouTube's 10-minute limit. So anyway, a couple different things I added in this map. A couple toppled trees, a little bit of basic geometry changes, like, you know, things like rocks, that kind of thing. Just try to break up gameplay, because capture the flag maps do play a lot differently than deathmatch maps do. The differences over here in the blue base pretty much come down to the fact that I wrecked the fence out back, so you have another way to get in and out. And I actually did the same sort of thing to the red base. I wanted to make sure that both teams had 2 points of entry and exit. So they both still do have the main front door, however, they have an additional side or back door, if you will. For the red base, it's actually going to be a hole, if you want to say it was, you know, quote-unquote blown in the wall or whatever. You do have another entry/exit point, which does help with getting in and out. Before, it was extremely difficult to attack the red base with just 1 entry point, because all they had to do was sit here and pick you off when you walked through the front door. At least this way you can come through a side door without them knowing, hit a lift, and then hopefully get to the flag, which is located right here. We're going to take a quick walk outside real quick, show you a couple changes on the islands. The turret up there has been activated, and I'm sure you're wondering, why do you need a turret? That would be because, oops, what I did add out here on the island was a vehicle pad and a vehicle. So we'll go ahead and hop in that real quick. And again, my apologies for rushing. I'm just trying to get this done before I hit my time limit. So we'll hop up here, hop in the vehicle. And this will give you another good overview of the entire map. All in all, it does play very well. With the 2 entry and exit points, it is pretty fair for both teams. I tried to tweak the bot pathing, quite a bit, because I want to make sure nobody had an advantage. If you let the bots play on their own, they actually will score against one another, and they normally finish in a 3-2 match. So again, it is very fair. It comes down to the player themselves. I just want to say thanks for watching, and sorry to cut this so short. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I encourage you to come over to my site, www.amorton.com, and download these maps. Give them a go. Send me an email. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't. And I'll see if I can't adjust and fix stuff for your guys' liking. So that's it. Thanks. Take care. And I'll see you guys next time.